and we are now very happily located down in western North Carolina at our little artistic haven of Asheville, North Carolina. And we work a lot with singer-songwriters who represent an array of different genres. We celebrate excellence in both performance and songcraft. And this evening you're going to hear some of that. And this tonight marks the first of 3 different performances, weekly performances, that we are going to be working with Kennedy Center here to produce. And the next 2 are also on Thursday, next Thursday and the following Thursday. And we're calling this series Verse Refrain, an exploration of song. And our intention is to share with you the creative process of songwriting using some very exceptional artists that we have discovered and come to work with during some of the programs that we produce. We produce concert series. We have a small independent record label that features a catalog of really wonderful singer-songwriters who represent an array of different genres of music. And we also produce an annual international performance and songwriting competition that we are lucky enough to produce our finals up at Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts in New York City each fall. So if you have any, if you're a songwriter yourself, or if you have any friends or family members that write their own songs and would like the opportunity for us to listen to their music and consider them for some of our programs, I hope that you will encourage them to learn more about what it is that we do. Our website is newsong-music.com. I'd like to thank the Kennedy Center staff here for the opportunity to work with them to produce this series, and I really hope that you enjoy it. And I'd like to explain the format. We have 2 artists this evening, and we have paired the 2 artists with the intention of providing 2 different sides of the songwriting spectrum and celebrating and exploring the creative process that goes into songwriting. So I've asked the artist if they could speak a few minutes between songs to provide a little narrative about what goes into their songwriting process. And we're going to have a treat in between the 2 artist sets. There's going to be a collaboration and a performance of with both of the acts performing together. Maybe we can get another one out of them as well. So I'd like to introduce our first artist this evening. He comes from Centennial, Wyoming, which has a population of 100 people. I've been told that there are more elk in Centennial than there are humans. And there are 4 bars in Centennial, which I think has the highest per capita ratio of bars to people than probably anywhere in North America. So, and he also happens to be, incidentally, in addition to being a fantastic songwriter, he also is a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he can tell you a little bit more about that. He likes to keep that under wraps, but I think that that's pretty cool. So, and I was introduced to his music when he submitted to last year's NewSong Performance and Songwriting Competition, and through the advanced submission process, we got a chance to listen to some of his original songs, and we loved what we heard, and we invited him to New York to showcase and compete in our finals at Lincoln Center, and here we are. So please help me give a warm welcome to JBird Shogren.
Well, Charlie Poole, walk around the world with a floppy mule, Highland high by the barbecue. Never enough bandages for Charlie Poole. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Boys gonna miss me when I'm gone. Hate me all night long. Boys gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, what I did was wrong, but I do it all again. Don't need what or why, Lord, just tell me when. Yeah, just tell me when. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Boys gonna miss me. Well, I might be a little pissed, boys. You see this bag of bones? Pile right in the kiss and let your sister take you home. Get your sister to take you home. Gonna miss me when I'm gone. Boys gonna miss me. Well, Charlie Poole, walk around the world with a floppy mule, Highland high by the barbecue. Never Never enough bandages for Charlie Poole. Now you just can't beat fun, boys. Said it many times for now. Don't go to town very often, but when I do, ride it down. I said when I do, ride it down. Gonna miss me when I'm gone, boys, gonna miss me. I got a monkey on a string, boys, don't you creep up from behind. Lay on your back, boys, he keeps my bow tied. He keeps my bow tied. Gonna miss me when I'm gone, boys, gonna miss me. Charlie Poole, walk around the world with a floppy mule. Highlander, high-baller barbecue, never enough bands for Charlie Poole. I know I said it before, I say it once again. Just can't beat fun, Lord, just tell me when. Just tell me when. Gonna miss me when I'm gone, boys, gonna miss me when I'm gone. Hear me all night long, boys, gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss me when I'm gone, boys, gonna miss me when I'm gone. Might hate me all night long, boys, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, thank you very much. This would be the entire town here in Centennial visiting me in my front yard, so I want to thank Gar and NewSong Music for having us. This is such a beautiful place. Thank you. That song is called Charlie Poole, named after a famous banjo player from North Carolina who probably broke as many banjos as he played. He was kind of a rowdy guy, known to imbibe and get into fights. And it's actually a song about my grandpa, who was the same way, except his name was Shasta Prevost, and that's hard to sing. And so I thought about who was the rowdiest musician I knew that would match up to my grandpa. So my grandpa played football without a helmet and ice hockey without a mask, and I think basketball without a jockstrap. That was kind of him, had his nose broken 7 times. That's the kind of songs I like to write, and I like to write songs about my family because sort of getting to be that age where everything matters and your family matters as much as anything. I got an immigrant family like a lot of people here. They immigrated from Sweden, and this next song is called Works, and my daughter was born the day after my father died, and this is what comes of that. Strip me, I wanna fall. Strip me, how far to fall. Help me, stand down, tell me how far is far round. It only works in this world. Love only works, it only works in this world. Break me down, break me down. Trip me, I wanna fly. Trip me, I fly to fly. Help me crawl down, tell me how low is low down. It only works in this world. Love only works, it only works in this world. Break me break me down. Help me stand down, tell me how low is low down. Help me crawl down, tell me how far is far round. It only works in this world. Love only works, it only works in this world. It only works in this world. Break me down now. Break me down. Even from here above this world. 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 Oh, break me down. Break me down. Thank you. So I didn't always live in Wyoming. I grew up in northern Minnesota. So moving to Wyoming was kind of like going to the banana belt. For me, at least. Grew up in Duluth. That's where my ancestors came when they immigrated from Sweden. So I'd like to say hi to my wife, who's Swedish. Somehow I've come full circle. This song is about Fred and Elizabeth, who they lived up in this great big swamp up in northern Minnesota. If you've ever been up there, we don't call it a swamp, we call it a bog. And it's called the Corona Bog. And they got married the day before he left for World War I. I was trying to put myself in their shoes. It's called Swampland. Elizabeth, well, today we wed and tomorrow we must part. Mr. Wilson's vindicated war neath the swampland Bonaparte. Elizabeth, well, tonight we dance and tomorrow we must die. By and by, hand in hand, am I the only one who wonders what I find so remarkable? Those we leave behind, love can be so merciful to an unremarkable life like mine. Yeah, like mine. Elizabeth, well, today we vow and tomorrow we must pray. By His grace, by your side as we wash the blood away. we kiss, and tomorrow we must kill. Bye-bye, hand in hand, am I the only one who wonders what I find so remarkable? Those we leave behind, love can be so merciful to an unremarkable man like me. Love can be so kind to an unremarkable life like mine. Never wanted to be anything like you see. Love can be so kind to an unremarkable life like mine. Yeah, like mine. Yeah, like mine. Yeah, like mine. Thank you. They were an amazing couple. Always took me to Agate Bay. So I grew up on Lake Superior, so I got used to the big water. But I didn't get used to it when she passed this year, but just about a year ago, she goes, you know, I almost married a sailor named Doyle. I said, Mom, why did you wait 58 years to spring this on me? She goes, well, I was living in Oakland with, you know, your great-grandma, and then I met this sailor named Doyle, and we got engaged, and we were going to get married, and then that morning we were going to get married. I jumped on the Greyhound bus and went all the way back to Duluth, and he came back 5 times until Shasta, who was in the first song, chased him away with a shotgun. We never saw Doyle anymore. And I said, well, okay, Mom, that's pretty interesting. She says, well, I just wanted you to know you could have been a lot shorter. This is her tale. It's sad, but it's sweet. How my mother, she fell for the sailor with clever feet. Wade the water in me, it's up to your knees. Oh no, don't be afraid. Wade still water deep, up to my knees. Oh no, don't be afraid. My child of God, my river of salt, winter in the blood, ain't nobody's fault. Wait, what you doing to me? What you doing to me? What you doing to me? Wait, cold water sleep. This ain't no dream. Oh no, don't be afraid. Oh no, don't be afraid. Oh no, don't be afraid. My child of God, my river of salt, winter in the blood, ain't nobody's fault. Wait, what you doing to me? what you doing to me? What you doing to me? Oh no, don't be afraid. Oh no, don't be afraid. Oh no, don't be afraid. Thank you. That I played it for my mom. She liked it. Of course she'd like it. She's my mom. So I live at about 8,000 feet up. If you've ever been to Wyoming in the eastern part and you're coming in, it's the high plains. It just kind of starts climbing halfway through Nebraska and just keeps right on going until you hit my house. And then it goes up another, about 14,000, I don't know. It's up there somewhere. And so my guitar is used to the high desert, and it's filling up with water as I speak right this very second. So if you don't mind me retuning just slightly here. Say hello to everybody back in Wyoming and Minnesota. And we're listening in. So let's do Swedish love song. How about that? Director's second collaboration with the graphic novelist was about a hapless art student named Jerome. Who refused to give up his dream of being the world's greatest artist. So he spends his days and nights painting drunks alone. If you've got the men in the ships, I've got the sea. Everything else we need, we'll plunder. I know you're thinking that we're gonna turn back eventually. Well, it's your vision of love I will always remember. I got the blues in 3 different ways. Two minds to leave, one to stay. Oh, me and Genghis Khan, we would have got along haphazardly. Well, it's your vision of love won't let me be. Well, I met a waitress that been out of work a while. An iceberg of love tattooed across her shoulder. Every morning for breakfast she served up a smile. Well, he loved that woman so much, he almost told her. You've got the man in the ship's well, I've got the sea. Everything else we need, we'll plunder. I know you're thinking that we're gonna turn back eventually. It's your vision of love, I will never surrender. I got the blues in 3 different ways. Two minds to leave, one to stay. Me and Genghis Khan, we would have got along haphazardly. Well, it's your vision of love, won't let me be. I've got the blues in 3 different ways. Two minds to leave, one to stay. Me and Genghis Khan, we would have got along haphazardly. Well, it's your vision of love, won't let me be. It's your vision of love, won't let me be. Well, we're going to bring up Max Hatt and Edda Glass, and we're going to do a song together. And we'll do one that, well, actually, we just met last night. So we'll do one that the only one we know together. How about that? Well, thank you. So part of the process of the NewSong Competition is to write good songs, think about the process, but not overthink the process so you can't write good songs, which is kind of how it works. Typically, the good ideas come when you're out picking strawberries or doing something unrelated to what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm a big advocate of not doing my work, you know. How about you guys? When you guys write a song, you're ready to go. This is a song called She Wore Red.
You wanna, when you write songs?
We'll come back.
Okay, we'll come back.
And she wore red. She wore red on her wedding day. And she swore love. She swore love would never fade. And she poured wine. She poured wine down into the grave. And I knew I never loved her. She knew She swore love would never fade. And she tore down. She tore down everything she gave. And she swore loud. She swore loud down into the grave. And I knew I never loved her. She knew I did. She knew she never loved me. And I knew she did. She wore red on a wedding day. She swore love would never fade. On a wedding day. She swore love would never fade. Love would never fade. Love would never fade. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. I will get out of the way.
JBird Shogren, ladies and gentlemen, from Centennial, Wyoming. Thank you so much. Okay, well now a quick intro for Max Hatt Edda Glass, who you just heard, got a taste of. We were introduced to the wonderful, distinctive music of Max Hatt Edda Glass a few years ago as they were entrants in the NewSong Music Competition and came to Lincoln Center to perform, and they ultimately won the grand prize, and a very well-deserved prize at that. And part of their winning the prize, they came down to Asheville, North Carolina, and recorded an EP with us for our record label at Echo Mountain Recording Studios, and we had the pleasure of working with Pat Sansone, who is a very gifted singer, songwriter, producer, and happens to be in the band Wilco that many of you may be familiar with. And we had just such a great time working on this record, and it's called Ocean of Birds, and you'll hear some of their music. Originally, they met in Helena, Montana, another Western act like JBird. but they now call home in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you'll hear some of the plain aesthetic of the West and some of the colors and culture of Santa Fe in their music as well. So without further ado, Max Hatt, Edda Glass.
Thank you. So our songs all start off as actually solo guitar pieces, and actually I like them the best that way. They kind of are still mysterious, but then I go and put some words on them. But did you want to talk about that?
So this first one is called Occasional Summer. I wrote it on June 12th, and I remember June 12th because for 2 years in a row we got 2 foot of snow in Helena, Montana. And I was driving to work, and I was listening to NPR, and I heard something about occasional summer. Somebody mentioned occasional summer, and I thought that's a good song title for summers in Montana.
So, and as Gar was saying, we actually used to play bossa nova in Montana, and it's a long distance between bossa nova gigs in Montana. And so what I would do is put on Max's solo guitar recordings, and then I would look out the window, and Max's music is very cinematic and evocative, and then you look out the window and the landscape is enormous and beautiful, and you're speeding down the highway, and it's like the camera is panning for you, and you feel like something has to happen here. And so that's how these lyrics came about. There are times I think I smell the earth when everything's shut under. Everyone else is waiting for the thought. On me the wind blows soft. It's all for you. I know this spring is in my mind. A trick of trickled time. Occasionally summer visits me in fall. A private matter after all is that you I saw. Did I hear you call? But you can't go back home again. Let's say sometimes it comes your way. Last March, I was digging in the yard. I found a small painted horse, lost for good, and maybe more until now. Like a bottle on the shore, message blurred, but it all turns.
This next one you all know, but you won't recognize it for a while. I love this song. Everybody's covered it, the Beatles, and we found a way that we think is a little different. So
It's actually a very ancient melody that I understand was originally about a cow. It was from Ireland, and cows are very important to their society, like it is in Montana. And so it's evolved since then, and it's kind of part of the whole, the global songwriting process that happens.
but think trumpets and whipped cream.
Final hint. If you get it, you're probably dating yourself, but it's okay.
Never came back till his love
was honey, the taste much sweeter than the wine. In that name, I will return. I will return. Now come back for the honey So this is one written in the car with Max's music playing, but not in Montana. It was written in Texas. And Texas is very flat. And at the time, I hadn't really written any lyrics in like a year. And Max is always like 10 to 20 songs ahead of me. So I have a big to-do list. So the first idea that worked on this song was sort of an apology of one collaborator to the other for not being creative enough. So this is called Sweet Penny Face. Come away, I'll show you my sweet penny face. Got time to kill, no time to create. Lay me a sky, lay me a table. I'll be your kite, you're too long laid on. Come on, wade with me in the shallows. In my shoes should hide the valuables, because waves will knock you off your feet. On the beach, all those sweet kids are thieves. We'll dine on a custom fragrance. We will fly on winged equations. We will lie on sticky paper. We will die a little later. But won't you make do, babe? Won't you sing those blues? No one sings like you. Won't you sing it, won't you please make do? Babe, won't you sing those blues? No one sings like you. Won't you sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it. Siren songs set my hair lifting like the voice of Christmas past. Was air whistling from my raft. My heart is full of rocks and waves. As off my quakes, its healthy veins will not burn under the flame. I'll simply run into the drain. Standing still that breaks the statue. Sincere wishes leads to tattoos. Try to fleece the rate of truth. You find your way to state and passion. My heart's full of tidal pools, stranded minnows stars flashing jewels, muffled moons and muffled wolves, drinking whirl and special tools. But won't you please make do? Babe, won't you sing those blues? No one sings like you. Won't you sing it, sing it? Won't you please make do? Babe, won't you sing those blues? No one sings like you. Won't you sing it, 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 sing it. Thank you. Thank you. So in Montana, we have this lake. It's called Freeze-Out Lake. And every year, about 300,000 geese gather there on their way back home north. And one year, we could be coming out of a gig in Helena, which is like 300 miles to the south. And we looked up, and there were like 300,000 geese. And it turns out that sometimes they confuse the glitter of the city lights for the glitter of their lake. And they just keep circling. This is a song about the kind of circling you do when you can't find someone. It's called Crossing Over. And there's a train pulls off near Glendive, passing through, but it waits for a while travelers hiding on to stretch their legs, take a turn around the frozen lake, and the snow will hang still in the bright blue air. Won't you please lay over, please, please lay over now. So they say, and the river takes away bit by bit the ground on which we sit, and I know there's no stopping it, though it slows as the ice grows thick. And if I could prove that it was frozen through, would you cross on over, please, cross on over now. were crying out have since learned they get confused by light. They circle towns, but they can't count down. And if I turned on a lamp in every room, would you fly on over? Fly on over. Fly on over So it's been an absolute joy to spend the evening with you and with JBird, especially in these difficult times. Anytime we can all come together is precious. And I just want to can we give a round of applause for NewSong and the Kennedy Center for bringing us all together? So we're gonna do one more song, but we'd love to see you again. We do have CDs in the back. JBird has some CDs in the back. And if you'd like us to email you when we come back, we have a tablet and you can put your email in there and we would love that. We'd love to see you again. So this is Take 5. It has original lyrics and I largely stole them from dialogue of film noir movies. So a murder may occur. Maybe I shouldn't have come, maybe not. Do you want me to go if you want to? Well, you wanted him dead, babe, didn't you? Don't talk that way, they take me away. Hush up, baby, kiss her as for kisses for free. Told her, baby, stay close to me. Babe, I'll never light another cigarette unless it's for you. I'll never kiss like I do your smoky lips and perfume in the shadow blinds. Love you, baby, but I gotta turn you in. Turning you in, turning you in. Well, I'm crazy about you, baby, baby, crazy. Crazy, baby, baby, crazy. Crazy, baby. Maybe I shouldn't have come, maybe not. Do you want me to go if you want to? Well, you wanted him dead, babe, didn't you? Don't talk that way, they take me away. Hush up, baby, kissed her as for kisses for free. Told her, baby, stay close to me. Babe, I'll never light another cigarette unless it's for you. I'll never kiss like I do your smoky lips and perfume in the shadow lines. Love you, baby, but I gotta turn you in. Turning you in, turning you in. Well, I'm crazy about you, baby, baby, crazy. Crazy, baby, baby, crazy. Crazy, baby. you. Thank you.
Max Hatt, Edda Glass, JBird Shogren over here. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of this experience. These are tough times now, and it's great for us to come together and celebrate through music. Thank you so much to the Kennedy Center, all the great staff and crew here. It's a pleasure. We will be back next Thursday for our second of 3 installments of the Verse, Refrain, and Exploration of Song series. So we'll see you next Thursday with the artist Rachel Kilgore from Duluth, Minnesota, and Wilder Adkins from Birmingham, Alabama. We're going to pair those two next week. Thanks again. Have a great night.